All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I had to look to make sure that was all okay. This week, for episode 124, we're doing two-a-days on the live stream. So that means up first, you're getting Bros. Bros is directed by Nicholas Stroller, written by Billy Eichner and Nicholas Stroller, produced by Judd Apatow, Nicholas Stroller, and Joshua Church, with cinematography by Brandon Trost. Wow, holy shit, I'm dying. Edited by Daniel Gabe, music by Mark Shaman. Production companies were Global Solutions and Apatow Productions. Distributed by Universal Pictures with the release dates of September 9th, 2022 at TIFF and September 30th, 2022 in the wider United States, with a runtime of 115 minutes and a budget of $22 million. As of December 4th, it only brought in $14.7 million in the box office. So a bomb in all sense of the word. Bros currently sits at 88% on the tomato meter with 213 reviews and 90% on the audience score with 500 plus verified ratings, and a Metacritic score of 72 from critics and a 4.0 audience score. But the only people who truly matter to you are these three fine gentlemen right here, and our 10-minute spoiler-free review starts now.
No.
Who wants to open it up? I open it up every time, so I'm letting y'all open it up.
Funny.
This movie's funny as shit. It is very funny.
Yeah, I think it's cool because you get kind of different types of characters that you normally wouldn't get. Or like in movies, like these characters would be the one-off characters. Now you get a whole movie of them.
Of one-off characters?
Yeah.
So this is structurally speaking, it's a perfect rom-com, isn't it? Other than it being maybe a little too long, tropes. Right? It hits all of them, doesn't it?
I would agree. So. I watch a lot of rom-coms, and I think it's a very strong rom-com. I think as long as you aren't uncomfortable by things, I think you can really enjoy this movie.
I think we can say it, because it's not a spoiler. As long as you're not uncomfortable watching dudes get blown, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
You just got to be okay with that.
I think it too, there's some heart to it where it's like, yeah, it's a comedy, but like because it does the rom-com thing well, like you get those moments of heart and levity, and you also get those moments of like character development where it's like you assume you'd get in this movie, but it could also been just raunchy and kind of, the characters could have just been, exaggerations of stereotypes. But overall, I think it does justice to a lot of the characters.
But even if it was over the top with just a bunch of stereotypes, that would have just been Girls Trip, but with gay dudes, right? Which would have been rad. I mean, it would have been hilarious, but it definitely wouldn't have been a rom-com.
Yeah. I mean, this movie could have been all those type of, they even mentioned hangovers in here. Like, it could have been, those just, bro stuff. Just, hey, they're sexually attracted to each other.
Yeah.
It's a good love story, dude. Love is love is love.
No, love is not love, Eric. That's the whole point, is that love is not love.
I love how, the satire in it, or I guess... Is that what you would call it? Where they showed the movie studio guy, and then they were that meeting, that's not how it actually happened, right?
Yeah.
So he's just when he's retelling the story, it goes over the top.
Yeah, I mean the narrator is very he's very
gay,
flamboyant. Yeah, and I mean throughout the movie, you're supposed to see him that way because we're almost seeing it through the love interest, perspective of being hey man, just tone it down a bit, and this guy's no, this is me.
Good old Bobby.
I beg to differ. You're seeing it omnipotently, and you will kind of vibe and go along with whatever character you're agreeing with. Because I didn't see it from the new guy's point of view at all. I didn't see it from Billy Eichner's point of view at all. I felt more so I'm just someone watching from the outside and enjoying these two people talking to each other. But I didn't agree with the boyfriend at all. What? Bro, you're gay.
Was it Aaron?
Yeah. You're gay. Your partner's gay. You can't be bro, tone it down. Don't be so gay. And what?
But it really depends too, because because he's still not comfortable and his parents aren't comfortable, and I understand that perspective because if it wasn't even the gay thing, if it was something else, and you're hey, you're too loud, and can you tone it down because my parents, stuff like that. like you could still use that as the same way of someone saying that. It is just like because they're talking about being gay.
I
it's
don't
like,
think
oh, no.
anybody's ever died because they were too loud.
Yeah, but like still, like if
they
like,
weren't
if you're, like,
persecuted
meeting
for it.
your if you're meeting your significant other's parents for the first time, you're always want to like, hey, just try to kind of not be like too
Yeah,
much.
But
in
that's
general.
only if that person is too much, though. Like, you
Yeah.
don't have
What-
to tell
like,
that to somebody who's not too much. But, like, he knows this guy. He's been spending
Yeah.
time with him. He understands. He watches this podcast, which, can we just show some love for movies that are showing podcast love?
There's been a lot of
2022
podcasts lately.
is the year of the
Yeah.
podcast movie. But, like, I think his boyfriend was being kind of a piece of shit. Because
I mean, he was being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's not kinda. I think he was.
Billy Eichner's character has had to fight for being gay, being normal all the time. Like,
Mhm.
so, like, he's always in that fight mode. For him to be like, hey, don't be yourself right now, that's
Yeah.
kind of a piece of shit thing to ask somebody.
But like
And at that
within-
point, he's gone through the monologue, right? He went through the monologue where Bobby explained his whole life, right?
Yeah, yeah, they were at the beach
And
already.
then-
yeah,
And then he does all that, knowing that
Yeah.
backstory.
yeah.
But like within the community, you have people that feel that way though. Some people are like, hey, let's not be too flamboyant because it's hard enough for us already. And that's how he sees it.
But that's internalized homophobia. And Billy Eichner literally, I don't think that's spoilers. Billy Eichner literally tells him that. He's
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
when he's talking about his hopes and
Bobby.
dreams. Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
the character names. There's gay 1 and gay 2.
Nah,
How
dude.
about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Masculine gay and fairy gay. Is that
Yeah.
better, Eric?
I mean, that's what they are though. Like, and
Yeah.
I think it's important to have
But
those
Billy
two roles
Eichner's
in this
character is a otter, right? He's not a twink because he's not hairless. He's more of an otter, isn't he?
Sure, man. I don't know what that means, but
Do your fucking research, you
the
fucking
context
homophobe.
clues. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's a bird chest, is what he is.
But no, yeah, bird feeder chest is what he called it.
Yeah.
But like that is ultimately just internalized homophobia. He's too worried about being masculine presenting that he can't, handle this gay guy who is just openly gay and
Yeah.
flamboyantly gay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But
like
I
while
underst-
people may feel like that doesn't mean that it's
Mhm.
like that's part of the problem,
Mm-hmm.
is because they still feel like they have to hide it. And it's like, bruh, you don't have to hide shit. Just be yourself. That's all that matters.
Yeah. But like if that character feels like and it makes him uncomfortable, you as your significant other should still be like, oh, I care about your feelings as well. And I'm not saying totally not be yourself, but like, there's like levels to it. And I think too, like neither of them were seeing each other's point of view. They were only seeing their point of view at that point, especially like when they have a dinner scene. They're really both only seeing their like point of view for the most part.
Yeah, but one of their point of views is out of fear and uncomfortableness, and the other
Mhm.
one is acting in defense of his culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in that scene, the mom is disparaging. That's what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's saying, you're being gay is unnatural and children shouldn't learn about it. And like,
Mhm.
my man's whole point in life has been
Yeah.
lifting the gay community up. I think he acted appropriately in that situation because you know what? Fuck her for thinking that.
Yeah, but I think the example he uses, like a child at that age, whether it be gay, straight, or other, a lot of people feel like they shouldn't experience that stuff. Like,
But it's
like,
history. Hold on. So that's part of the problem, right? And I love that this movie tackled it head on because it's super
Mhm.
important. It is a museum. They're not showing these kids sexual positions. They're not
Mhm.
talking about anything sexual. It is saying these are gay people from history that your
Yeah.
textbooks don't teach you about. You should know about this shit.
Yeah, but the issue is the example he used was like, oh, when I was this age, I saw these men and all
Sure,
this.
But
Yeah.
he's not saying he's going to do that to a bunch of fucking second graders,
Yeah,
Like-
but like, because like when he says that to her, she's kind of just like, "Oh, whoa," like and you can tell where he's like, "Hey, that's a lot." Like, because I mean, it depends how you feel about things, but I don't think any child should see either straight or gay like that at 12 years old. Like,
But no
even
one's
if it's
defending
man,
that.
woman.
No one's defending that.
Yeah.
Not here. I'm not defending it. So
Yeah.
don't worry about that.
But like, it was
I'm
it was
defending-
a bad, it was a bad
What?
example for him to use that in
Yeah,
that moment.
But he was in a heated moment.
Yeah.
He had just
Yeah.
dealt with
'Cause
that
his-
dude. Go ahead, Eric.
because the initial question was, why aren't you teaching these kids this stuff?
Right.
It's not like, why aren't you showing these kids?
Why is
dicks
there
and
no
stuff?
anal in your second grade class? I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, he's not talking about that.
Like, it's like the hidden figures, right? You know, like all the black people throughout history that you don't know about.
Mhm.
Same thing with gay people.
And fucking shitty ass American schools only teach you that shit for a month. And they teach you the same four motherfuckers when there's hundreds of thousands of people of color and gay people and lesbians who've done so many amazing things. And like, that's what he's arguing. He's not arguing that second graders should be watching dudes' flaccid penises bounce around. He was just bringing up his point of view and like what he experienced. But like, he's not wrong, you know? I think him in that instance is the most right person at that table.
I mean, shit. It's really just the three of them. The dad and the brother didn't say shit.
No, but
They're
the
just
dad
like-
and the brother are super... They're less okay with it than the mom is, it seems. The brother's really not okay with it. He's really like, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, it's super uncomfortable.
Yeah. All right. 15 seconds. Say something, Eric. You took a breath. What do you want to say?
I think it's a good mix of comedy, but also like social awareness of what the whole film is about.
Yeah, I agree. And
Because when the comedy hits and when the social awareness hits, I can't use that film. That's simple.
No, you can. You can use the A-OK. Just don't do this, brother.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
no.
That's how you know it's bad.
Cut it.
But you know what's not bad is what we think about Bros. And on 3, we're going to say out loud and give a thumbs up or thumbs down about how we feel. 1, 2, 3. This is a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Big thumbs up.
Thumbs up. 3 thumbs.
And what you can do with your thumb is awkwardly use it to drag the mouse over to the top right-hand corner of the screen and click on our spoiler full review of Bros. If you're on YouTube, wait a week also, and you're going to watch the Violent Night review that we filmed with the same exact clothes on different days, though.
100%.
Different
This
days.
is tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
All right, everybody. So go or watch Bros. It's on the Peacock. I almost said the other name we have for it. It's on Peacock. Go watch Bros. It's fantastic. You're fantastic. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.